how you doing? This is another Assassin's Creed video, and like I said, we're going to be bringing videos to you more regularly now, hopefully. So we've got a decent editor now, we've got a capture card, better quality, and the editor obviously will improve the quality of our videos on the laptop as well. So, where were we last time, babe?
Last time, we just escaped and we were being imprisoned. But that looked like they'd been to the gym.
Yeah. What, you were focusing on their physique now, though?
Of course.
Oh,
Did you see that six pack?
and you said I don't need one, so she's moaning me now. Anyway, but carry on.
Right, I don't quite know where I'm going here, guys.
Right.
Oh, I found where I'm going.
Last time, well, now, as you can see, we've been thrown in jail.
And we're looking outside of a window.
We were thrown in jail because they suspect us of killing our own stepfather. Obviously. So, basically now, here comes the part of the game where you interact with people in the jail, see what's going on, read some weird writing on the walls, the writing that's always been there. And basically interact with a few drunks. I don't know how they can be drunk, like they're in prison. Where do they get the alcohol from?
Good point.
And basically everyone in here you can interact with, but only a few people, or at least one person here, is actually of any significance at all. He effectively gives you the nickname Pisspot, actually. I think this is him. If I remember correctly, we have to basically see what writings on the wall, find it a bit weird, speak to a person who trains as a swordplay eventually. But he just becomes irritating as this part of the game goes on anyway.
I think this guy looks like he's about to fight with the guard.
But he does help you escape. Oh yeah, that'll help. Shouting frantically at the people that have just held swords to you and threw you in prison. That makes sense.
So I tell me the idea I'm supposed to go.
Basically, you just interact with everyone in the prison, and I think there are certain bits on the wall that you have to look at, but not now. I think now you end up annoyed and end up going to sleep. You know the bit of
mattress?
Yeah, the mattress there. You lay down on it, go to sleep, and then you end up the next morning interacting with that person there that's speaking now.
Oh, I'm looking at a compass, guys.
Basically,
I think he's thinking how to dig his way out of the prison using a compass.
Using a compass. So what, he's going to dig his way to the North Pole, is he?
Yeah.
You didn't really learn much in geography, did you?
You do?
Well, I learned the difference between the North Pole and here, and I sort of know what a hill is, but apart from that, not much. And I learned that we live in Europe, and there are at least 5 other continents, not including smaller sections of islands. Basically, in this part of the game, you have an altercation with this fellow, but eventually he teaches you how to use a sword properly, so you don't end up looking like a total idiot or dying for that matter. You do realise you're not supposed to kill him.
It worked.
Yes, it did. Block, block, block. You do remember how to block me, babe.
Circle turn, so I'm doing it.
Yeah, but you gotta do it as he swings through you. I mean, there you go, you've done it. So as he swings, you press slowly. Oh yeah. He's parrying you now. Wait for him to swing. Wait for him to swing. Wait for him to swing and then parry. This is basically what you gotta do. Well, as I said in the very first video, the game kind of involved a lot of this. Learning the buttons to use the swords and weapons, which are in essence very simple. That's one good thing about the game. There you go. That part's done in about 2 minutes. Yay.
Okay, thank you. I will do.
Basically now he tells you about your true calling, or what is meant to be a true calling, but you're meant to be an assassin.
Okay, so you've got to use eagle vision in this bit, guys. Then you can see the writings on the wall.
Writing. It's not a collection of words. It's a collection of words.
Are you correcting my grammar now?
It forms a sentence. You can't say.
Have you also put English next to it now?
You can't say writings, otherwise you make yourself sound like you're inbred.
Writings means more than one.
Yeah, but writings doesn't sound grammatically correct.
Oh, so now you are correcting my grammar.
No, maybe. Anywho, yeah, he tells you a little bit about your history and about how your father died and what he actually died for and the information he died protecting. Which then, as usual with these games, you get a big swell of national pride and pride in your family and history, and all of a sudden want to take up the calling of being an assassin, which you wasn't actually too interested about before, even though you had the skills for it. You had to wonder why he could be the only person, probably, or one of the only people who could climb 30-foot buildings. Why in any time in this discussion? See that, guys, he's too busy watching the cutscenes to actually.
I was waiting for it to start again, so we're saying that like 10 days?
No, I was saying, isn't it funny how he didn't wonder why he was about the only person that could climb 30-foot buildings without getting hurt?
Of course.
Anyway, now guys, he basically hatched an escape plan, and now we're going to try and escape, which means that we're going to get to see how good my girlfriend is at following directions, which being a woman is, I don't know, she seems to be pretty good. Basically now that you've got to have a fight, babe. Basically now you have a fight, you end up, well, killing the guards, essentially. Isn't this a nice game? All sunshine and rainbows, this is. And you end up running away, like a little bitch, and trying to escape through the prison, outside, up the wall, and you basically make a very big leap of faith into a hayride, or into a basket of hay. Babe, don't fight them, because they got guns. Start running. Run. They got guns. You got a sword.
You can't run, that's what I'm saying, you've got to defend him.
Oh god. That's one. There you go, they're dead. What problem we got? You got a block. Run. Just keep running. Run, run, run. Out the window, as you said. Basically, guys, in this part, you have to apply those very useful skills of jumping about like a retard and running a lot. So you end up looking like an acrobat, but still, it's a pretty easy part of the game. Well, if you know any of the controls anyway. Right, jump up. There's a place where you've got to jump up and actually. There we go, I think.
Well, I found where to jump up. Sorry, guys. Sorry I'm so quiet, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to play this part. Since a certain person isn't being very helpful, guys.
That's because I give information to the people viewing, and I expect you to figure it out. Basically, in this part, guys, as long as you follow him, babe, in this part of the game, you'll be perfectly fine. In which case, unless you have an IQ of 5, you should be okay. Like I said, this part, guys, is pretty simple. As long as you get to the roof, it should be smooth sailing. You know? Maybe I think you got to jump across somewhere. Walk along the side and see if there's any way you can jump without, you know, obviously dying. Right, look at where the marker is. Just follow that. Oh, there it is. Go back on there. Back on that ledge there. Didn't you see those? Yeah. My guess is that you have to run across those. Right, now go on to the other tightrope there. Look. This is gonna take ages, guys, but we'll see.
Almost missed it, guys. That was close.
Oh, wait, this won't take ages. We will get there before my hair grows again.
Looking at your hair, I don't think you should comment on that, really.
My hair looks stylish today, huh? What are you talking about? Male models have got nothing on them. Obviously, that's a lie. But yeah, I had you believing it for about 30 seconds. Anyway, guys, this bit of the game entails a lot of just following the guy like a bit of an idiot. And playing follow the leader a lot of the time.
Wrong way.
I think he's kind of running there and you missed him, babe.
Right up there.
You couldn't have run up there because you can't get up there. That's what I mean. He's in there. Look, go back there. He's run somewhere there. Look. He's run through that door there. No, not look. I'm pretty sure it's not there. That might be. It might be. I was wrong, guys.
Guys, he's an idiot.
Hey, I figured it out eventually. Right, run. Don't fight them. There's like 6 of them. What are you doing? You've got very little life left. Really?
Yeah, I had to fight them.
Do you want me to do that bit where you fight them?
Sure, I can fight them.
It's not that because
Sorry, guys, I died.
I'll tell you this, guys. When there's multiple enemies, parrying is your best option. It's not best to go gung ho when you've only got one sword and you're against people that inevitably aren't very smart, but because they've got 6 of them and 1 of you, unless you're, let's say,
Get down, there.
very adept at sword play, you're not going to be any good. Well, the situation at least is going to be very bleak for you. But let's try again. We'll come to that when we cross that particular bridge. But fighting 6 of them at once shouldn't be a problem if they only use swords. If they have guns, well, I'm kidding myself. Right, Parry, start parrying when they start swinging swords at you. You know? Don't worry about him dying because at the end of the day, I don't think he's able to die. You know? There you go. That worked in your favour. Such a nice game. Doesn't portray any kind of violence, this game at all.
It doesn't, guys, not really. It doesn't want me to be violent and sadistic at all.
Anyway, guys, this is basically what this part of the game really entails most of the time.
It's like playing Follow the Leader, really, guys.
Yeah. I just said that. Don't copy my little comments. It might become.
Sorry, we have the same sense of humour.
They might become famous ones.
Sorry, we have the same sense of humour.
I'm very sorry. Don't beat me. I'm only joking. She's not really that cruel, guys. Just beat me when I deserve. I'm joking. Obviously.
Or in the bedroom.
What if there are any kids watching? If there are any kids watching, this is not a sex education lesson, okay? Right. Go. Jump. There you go. The one leap of faith that should kill you.
Doesn't kill you. Imagine that, guys.
And I think if I remember rightly, this is the end of the game.
No, it's just the prelude.
Well, the end of the chapter.
No, it's the prelude of the game.
No, you know, I mean, the particular chapter is now done.
No, it's the intro.
Are we going to argue about this thing?
I'm telling you, I just saw Assassin's Creed Unity come up.
Yeah, I know, but you know when you say sequences are done because it saves there,
Yeah.
right? You're going to save here.
Yes, because I just completed the intro.
So what I'm saying is that...
Guys, can you please explain to him that if it's before the start of the game, it's called the intro?
I know it's called the intro. I'm just making the point that that part of the game is now over because it's now saved. Or going to save. So what I was trying to say, I was trying to end on a nice note for the people viewing the video, but you know what? This is going to go to hell now! Anyway. I think, basically now guys, the person that you've been doting over all these years and trying to get into her pants most of the time, you end up finding out that she's a Templar, so she's on the opposite side to you. So inevitably you become enemies.
And this guy looks like he hasn't shaved in like 3,000 years.
Me or the character?
The character. You too, got the character mainly.
And basically, he tries to, let's say, explain the situation, but because they're on opposite sides, she's having none of it, so he's a bit screwed up. And right now they're having a heart-to-heart about they can't be on the same side, or then they will come to an understanding, yada yada yada. Long lost love, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. As you can tell, I'm very emotional.
As you can tell, I'm busy yawning, guys.
You trying to say I'm boring?
Yes.
Shut up. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to big me up. See how mean she is. See how mean she is. And now she's handing you a letter that you should have handed her father or a particular person to stop her father from being killed. So basically now she expects you of being involved with the killing of her father.
Which means that she's gonna basically hate you guys.
Yeah, which means the only chance you have of getting into a patch will land you up in prison again. But there you go.
Basically. But basically you should be a fugitive technically anyway because you just escaped prison.
Yeah, but it's not like 17th century surveillance was really that good. It was more of like a drunken guard deciding whether that was you or not. You probably saw a peasant that looked nothing like you, and it was a 70-year-old woman.
Probably.
Anyway, guys, this is the next part of the game is when they see you again. It's a few years after.
Right, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow our Facebook. To like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter page.
What is the Twitter page called again?
Both of the pages are called Challenger 08 HD.
No,
the Twitter page is Challenger 0 HD. The Facebook page is just Challenger 0.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm getting confused myself between the two.
Yeah, and basically, and then this part of the game, or the next part of the game, just a quick footnote. You are a fugitive. You're a bit of a beggar and a tramp, but you end up going to the place that the guy told you about to become an assassin, and they send you for a trial, which is actually extremely scary if you're fighting and have no experience playing this kind of game before.
Alright, bye guys.
Alright, see ya, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.